No, none.
And do you want some?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now for yourself, do you have any kids?
Yeah, so I have one son. He's 7. But I don't want any more.
Yeah, the nigga didn't even hesitate.
Single moms love to glorify a man stepping up to the plate, and that's what makes them a real man. But whole time, they wouldn't even want that for their own sons. And I mean, obviously, there is no shocker there. Because whether we want to admit it out loud, everyone knows consciously that you have a better deal when you start your own family than go to someone else's. It is literally the epitome of common sense. But the reason why a lot of single moms will try to push that narrative is simply because they just don't want to accept responsibility for what got them in that predicament. And they kind of just don't want to accept the fact that they made some decisions that they can't come back from, whether they intended on them to work or not work. And now their value in the market is simply just different, okay? No one's going to the store and buying almost expired milk versus the milk that expires a month from now for the same price. Like, it's literally basic economics, but we all like to pretend as if it isn't because we like to sugarcoat things in society. And I get it, feelings matter and all of that. But as a grown-up, it's your job to live in reality.
But when single moms are giving the kind of advice that they're giving their sons, like what you're going to see in this next video, you're going to understand why they end up being the men that y'all complain about, or the kind of man that other men don't respect. A pushover. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Raising my son to be a good man so my future daughter-in-law won't have to. Son, what is a period?
It means that girl bleeds every month.
Absolutely correct. And how do you think that makes them feel?
It makes them feel tired and bloated.
Yes, it absolutely does. Good job, son. And what do you think would make them feel better?
Chocolate and a yes day.
Yes. What's a yes day?
It means you gotta say yes to whatever they say.
Up top. Good job. Knowledge.
That's not knowledge. That's brainwashing. It's like watching the description of the Willie Lynch letter live and in color. And let me tell you something. If there are single moms out there that are keeping the father out of the kid's life because they want their son in particular to grow up and think like this, y'all are a part of the problem. Because I'd be willing to bet that you're not raising your daughters to have that same kind of mindset. That what sounds like a very subservient mindset. Yes day? Just say yes to everything? Oh no, you are setting up your son to get walked over by women, and they're going to take advantage of him. This is exactly why men stress how important fathers are in daughters' lives. Let's keep it moving, man.
One of the major reasons why a lot of men of today's generation like to troll women for being single moms, right? They won't admit this. Okay. A lot of them won't admit it. But a lot of them are upset at the fact that how dare you have 1, 2 or more kids and you still don't give me a chance.
Wrong. But it was a good try. I'm going to tell you, this may not even be better, but I'm going to tell you what happens to a lot of young men. Between the ages of 18 and 20, not these nice guys later on in life, but between the ages of 18 and 20, when guys are really trying to date, find love, whatever, they might be in college, they might be working, whatever. That is the point where men are actually nice guys. Like, we're knight in shining armor. We trying to save somebody. We trying to have a family, be a provider, do all this shit that women say that they want. And at that same age is when women are, they're going after exactly what they like. They're not making good decisions. You got a guy over here who's working, got a stable life, and they're choosing the hot guy because they're young and hot and they got time. And so what happens is, say it happens at 20. You get a girl snatched away from you at 20 years old. You're already emotional. You ain't got your emotions in check at 20, bro. And then, you know, you go to college, graduate, woody-woo. Everybody 25 now. You look up, she got a 5-year-old. She a single mom. The dude she chose over you ain't nowhere to be found. And now she's on TikTok talking about, I'm switching my type because I want to be somebody's wife and I want to live a soft life. Now, is it right to point fingers and gloat like, don't nobody want you? No. But I don't think they're trying to be right. I think they're trying to gloat after they won in life. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now, it may be a little fucked up. I get it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's what's going on. So many men have lived what I just said. And the crazy thing is the reason it bothers so many women is because they know that for a fact. They know that when they were younger, they made objectively bad decisions. Like, they got pregnant by a drug dealer and they knew he was a drug dealer. And the guy who was living right was like, and now you want him. That's what's going on. Don't try to make this deeper than what it is. It's exactly what you think it is. And women do the same thing. That's why when you see these women go on these massive transformations, especially if they lose weight, it usually turns to mean girls. The best of them have a fat girl's personality and a fit girl's body, and they are just peak. They are peak. But we've seen it time and time again. There was a girl on this TikTok, on this app, who lost a bunch of weight, and then she was just jumping from guy to guy, being a mean girl, doing this, that, and the third. Everybody was like, what? And then some girl was like, oh, she lost a bunch of weight, now she fine, now she can't control herself. It's basically the same thing. She feel like she won, so now she going on the victory tour. She doing her laps, bro. It is what it is.
And I want to add on to that. I think one of the main reasons why you see it so much is because there is such a constant narrative being pushed where, these men that they're having children with aren't any good, yet they're good enough to have children with. And then what you want is other men, particularly in surprisingly cases where men with no children, you want them to come in and step up. Crazy work. Let's keep it moving.
So you gave a single mother of 2 kids money for hair, nails, food every other day. There was a hurricane in your city. You brought the whole family snacks and shit. No. We actually heard you took her to a steakhouse in your city and spent $300. No. You don't believe me? Watch.
I'm a gentleman. I like to come appropriately, and I thought she was a stand-up woman. She's a single mother of 2 kids. She's a great mom. So when I can help, I help. I ain't broke. I got my own business. I work a good job. So I used to send her, $130 to get her nails done. I send her lunch money, $20, $30 every other day. Y'all do the math. That shit add up. And I even would buy her roses like every week. These are about $25, $30 too. I took her to the H in Orlando 2 weekends ago. We always go to a hookah bar or something. We went on a lot of different dates. Always paid the tab. Never asked her. Yeah. We went to this
High five is the provider, man.
Never asked her for anything. Yeah. I brought the whole house snacks and shit. Ate all my Hershey bars. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never say nothing about it because I know I'm taking the mother of 2 kids. I know she has kids, so I have to accept it.
We asked around. They said he pays a minimum of $2K a month to a single mom of 2 kids. How do we know? It came up as miscellaneous in a category in Rocket Money. I'm a gentleman. I court my women. I'll pay for things. I'm not broke. You want a cookie? Yeah, womp, womp, womp. We don't give a fuck. You want to know why? I hope everybody's paying attention. They said his girl complained about getting popcorn that was $15. No. Watch this.
He goes to the movies, buy the tickets. So I tell her, I'm like, can you give me a bucket of popcorn? She like, yeah. So mind you, now, I was joking, but I was serious. So she gave me a bucket of popcorn, and she buy it, cool. So we watch the movie, going home. I'm peeping her energy. Her energy is, she's just a little, it's just, she's aggravated, but she ain't saying nothing. So I'm like, okay, she'll probably tell me later. So she basically said, hey, I had a good night with you. I enjoyed you because we always have a good time together. I'm like, but she was like, she wanted to address the thing. She was saying that you wanted me to come out of my pocket. You could let me know, but you begged me to go to the movies, so I thought you were gonna pay for everything. And if you know what I'm saying, if I knew I had to come out of my pockets, I would have paid, right? So like I'm driving, I'm like, bro, everything that I did, I just spent $300 on you in a steakhouse. You can't buy me a bucket of popcorn for $15. I'm like, that's the most ungrateful shit I've ever seen in my life. First of all, we weren't even together. We're dating. Like, bro, I ain't having this shit. I ain't gotta do this shit. I ain't gotta buy you flowers. I ain't gotta pay you a nail. I ain't gotta do none of that shit. I ain't gotta get your kid shit. I don't gotta do that. seen it. But basically, you know, I didn't take the back. I sent her money back for the popcorn.
She
I said
said you wasn't even mine to begin
you ain't
with.
got to worry about me again. Like,
So you paid for all those dates, went to the hookah bar, steakhouses, hair, nails, lunch when she goes to work, and she's still fucking her baby daddy. If you were in your soft guy era, you wouldn't have been in this situation. He typed you a whole paragraph because she spent $15 to get popcorn. The bitch you're dating is broke. He was probably mad as shit buttering up the popcorn. What did me and Mark say for the longest? No broke women. Nah, so you were out here trying to be FEMA and shit during the hurricane, and you took her to a steakhouse. What do you think she's gonna do when she sees her baby daddy?
She wanna have sex, of course. She asks if her feelings are valid. Of course. Baby, your feelings are valid. Of course.
Oh man, that man said you over here trying to be FEMA and shit during the hurricane. Funny as hell. But that's what he get though. It's like that is what women say. Yeah, we want these men to lead with it. Bruh, can you imagine you spending that much money and she gonna sit over here and have the nerve to get an attitude because she spent $15. We really comparing thousands of dollars to you spending $15 one time. That, ooh-wee. See? That type of shit is gonna keep women single, bro. That's crazy. Let's keep it moving.
I believe women are being socially engineered to hate men, and men are being socially engineered to be gay. Don't at me. It's just what I see. I've picked up on it. They're just making men more and more effeminate.
Yeah, including the dude sitting up here at the top looking real zesty, man. Let me go ahead and crop this up so that way we can get that out the way, because that shit's zoning me out.
Encouraging effeminate behavior. And so to further that initiative, there's been a movement originally started by, you guessed it, a psychoanalyst, and that movement is called Single Mothers by Choice. And I'm going to let you hear about that on a recent CBS episode in which they were celebrating Mother's Day. And so they decided to do that by showing Single Mothers by Choice. Take a listen.
In honor of Mother's Day this Sunday, we're taking a look at a growing trend in motherhood, women becoming single moms by choice.
I said to myself, in 15 to 20 years, would I be more upset that I didn't have a kid or more upset that I didn't fall in love and get married? And I was like, if I didn't have a kid, for me, I feel like my life wouldn't be as fulfilled.
But you do wonder, and I'm just going through this in my head right now, what about the men that are being raised in those environments? So mom decides to be a single mom. She picks, in America, you can choose gender. I'm going to have boys only. How do those men fare in society? Well, take a listen to one such case.
Brothers Mackenzie and Cooper Schoenthaler were chosen by their mother, a doctor, more than 2 decades ago. She had them at 41 and 45 using the same donor.
Didn't see our parents cry, and scream and throw things, and because there weren't two parents.
How has that impacted your own relationships by not seeing tension, by not seeing people work through those same things that you spoke of?
I think that I am more conflict avoidant than other people as a result, because I was raised in a household with zero conflict. Perhaps that's one of the drawbacks.
Gay. Sorry to say it. But, and by the way, I'm being 90s gay. Just not cool. It's not cool to raise men not to be men. There is an element, okay, of being a man that is attributed to aggression. Aggression is not a bad thing. Now, these new psychoanalysts will try to convince you it is, but it's not. It's natural, okay? It is a biological instinct for men to be aggressive. When I tell you that my son wakes up in the morning, grabs a sword, finds my husband, wants to fight, wants to beat him up, you see this and you go, this is phenomenal. And the reason why that is natural is because men are supposed to go out and defend. Okay, they're not supposed to be sitting in a classroom learning about their feelings and 76 genders that they can choose from. Okay, they are biologically inclined to protect and to defend. And so now what they're doing is they're removing that. And of course, like I said, that is going to be the circumstance when you have them surrounded by women, because I just think, wow, if I was raising my son alone, every time he comes at me with that little plastic sword, the first thing I say is, I don't want to fight. Come find mommy when you want to hug, when you want to be nurtured. Okay. So what's happening is you have these female breeders, so to speak, who are breeding that out of men. And let me tell you something right now, there is no society that can survive without strong men. And I think that, of course, is the purpose, to make sure that there is no threat that the government needs to perceive as they take over every element of our lives. How do they do this? Well, the first thing is you have to sort of have someone that very rationally explains to you why this is actually really a good thing. Take a listen.
So people have this idea that being a single mom by choice, which is using a donor to have a baby on your own, is like this wild thing. It's so outlandish and crazy. But today was just a reminder, because we're going to visit my grandmother's grave. And she was a mom of 6. She ended up being a single mom later in life. She lost 2 of her children way too young. But it's just a reminder that life just goes by like this. And if we allow the judgments and opinions and perceived judgments even of the people around us, or people we don't even know, to dictate the way we live our lives, we're selling ourselves so short. If you feel called to have a family of your own, even though you're not married or doing it the traditional way, stop being hard on yourself.
It'd be nice if y'all gave passport bros that same grace. The real ones anyway. But that's another story for another day. But let's keep it moving.
You deserve to create the life that you want despite those circumstances. Okay? Life is freaking short, man. It goes by like this.
And that, my friends, is how young, impressionable minds, she's a bit older, brain is developed. I think your brain develops about around the age of 26, 27. And people whose brains are not developed, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, are watching that and they find their asylum. You have people who have their whole life ahead of them and could meet someone and start a family and offer that child the best chance at life. Statistically speaking, rationally and spiritually speaking, your child is going to be infinitely better off if they grow up in a stable 2-parent environment. But then they've got these people telling them that, like, you know, you just choose it. Just make a decision by yourself. You're big. And she sounds rational. She's saying, like, life is short. Everybody loves that. You put that on a bumper sticker. Life is short. Have a kid without a father. And they listen to that. And then somebody speeds that up and tries to make it look like cool and funny. And here's an example of just that.
I'm a single mom by choice. Of course, all my daughter's weird quirks are from her donor. I'm a single mother by choice. Of course, we're spending all the holidays with my side of the family. I'm a single mom by choice. Of course, I'm my daughter's favorite parent.
So sweet. Of course I'm my daughter's favorite parent. Of course we're spending holidays at my parents' house. It's not funny. It's actually just not funny what they're actually doing here, because they're making it cool and catchy, because that really shows how mature and well-rounded you are when you're trying to make being a single mother by choice boppy. Like just throwing some music behind it and using a bunch of flashes and, oh my God, look how great my day is being a single mother by choice. I have zero regrets. This is so great. This is awful. It really is awful. It's simply just a fad. And it is a fad that is going to impact your child no matter what you think, right? No matter what you believe. But I'm a well-rounded person. I make good money. Your child is missing out when they don't have a second parent. You know, it shouldn't be a choice to deprive them of that. The nuclear family is the best guard. It is godly, it is wholesome, and it is the best guard that we have against extreme governance. And so when you see these sorts of things, you know, you should obviously exercise extreme compassion for the women who have been brought toward this point in their life, but also recognize that it is, whether you want to accept it or not, a tremendous evil.
You guys agree with her? I know some guys don't like her when it comes to political issues, but when it comes to Candace, I don't really dwell on that. And I already know somebody gonna say, yeah, I don't like her because of XYZ, and you shouldn't either. Miss me with that shit. I'm just talking about when it comes to dynamics between men and women. I believe that she's on the side of what makes sense. And given the fact that she was actually raised with a masculine presence in her life, I think I can understand why she has this kind of stance when it comes to these subjects. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love of support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.